him.
I'd have definitely hit at least my finger and smashed it into
The
a billion
grinding was
pieces.
him. Everything here is him. He wanted to know how to do everything, and he performed everything.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's.
We thought that this would be the precursor to the creeper being stabbed at the end. There'd be the same pounding and screaming from Taggart, so that they would be linked together.
Foreshadowing.
Exactly.
Dun, 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 dun. So how many times do you see that knife?
Yeah, it's quite a few, huh?
Yeah,
And
5 or 6, right?
and we'll see it more later.
It was so pretty, like the
the
one I
third
saw
one.
that I held. It was like a really nicely made dagger.
It is really beautiful.
Did you keep it, Victor?
I have one, and they're going to. I think they're going to manufacture stars and knives.
Ah, cool.
Oh, wow.
It's like they're gonna sell them at KB Toys.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't resist this. The 9's big, remember?
Oh my God.
That's a great
scene.
line from Eric.
Eric and Marie, I remember shooting this stuff on 2 different nights, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did. We had to come back the next day
Yeah.
and finish up what we didn't get. We were beating the sun, wasn't it? So these were like 4 a.m., 3 a.m.
I think more like 5 a.m. I think
Yeah.
this was one of those days that we didn't work. At least I didn't for like 13 hours, and then at the end got brought in.
And then even to make it harder for you guys, weren't there shadows coming over your faces from
Yeah,
light
yeah.
stands
Yep.
that we had to... Okay, stop. Okay, now start again.
We would
That's
just
right.
drive the bus down the road one way, shoot it, and then turn the bus around, drive it back the other way, and shoot it, and just kept
Because
doing
when
that.
you shoot at night, all this has to be artificially lit. So there's
Yeah.
gigantic lights everywhere.
How many condors were there? That was the most insane thing. It was like it looks dark. It looks like nighttime on camera.
And this was our
But it looked
first
like
week of
daytime.
like night shoots,
Yeah,
wasn't it? So we
yeah.
were just
Oh,
getting
yes.
used to that
Oh,
schedule.
yeah, those big lights.
Gary Kai, you give great attitude. I want you to know that.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you.
This was our first night of night shoots?
It was our first week of night shoots.
Oh.
And we were just, it was probably like the first couple nights. I remember when we were doing this scene, I was so tired. I was going cross-eyed.
Now, Ms. Nikki, what do you remember about shooting these dreams, or this first dream anyway?
I just remember you sitting in the back of the bus with me saying, "Now here comes the creeper. Look at the creeper. He's running towards you. You're confused. You wonder, now who is that? Who is that?"
That's my Fellini
And I
approach
kept,
to direction.
I just kept thinking to myself, "My Lord, I have no idea what I'm doing."
One of the
And it shows
remarkable...
right there.
Well, you do a good job of it.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
One of the remarkable things about this is that there is no bus in these shots. This is the camera on a dolly being pushed by 4 guys as fast as they can go.
There's a couple cool shots in the movie, like this one we were talking about with the reflection of the corn on the window.
It's actually a double exposure of just one of our corn mats just exposed over Nikki. Sean, what is on you there?
It was this like sticky corn syrup just kept dripping in my face and in my ear. And they had like every single shot that had the makeup lay trying to get it out of my face and out of my eye, and
Isn't being a movie star glamorous?
oh yes, so much fun.
I wanted something really frightening and striking to bring the creature into this dream, so we did something called a ramp up, which is a camera that can go from regular to slow motion in the process of the shot. So this is regular motion, and then it slows it down as it shoots into slow motion, which I thought was a very cool way to slow everything down.
Yeah, it was very
Now,
fun walking
this
through
is
it, believe
4 dolly grips pushing the camera along a dolly track toward the bus. And this is not sped up or anything. That is the actual
Really?
time.
That track had to be like 100 yards long. I mean, it was
Oh,
huge.
yeah, it was.
That was a great shot.
You guys are on this bus during this stuff, aren't
Yeah,
you?
That was like a Six Flags ride.
No William Shatners.
Oh dear, as I used to say, no Shatners, which means don't go too big.
With the shaking.
We're
Diving into the
We're
seats.
doing a lot of
and
Star
everything.
Trek hits where we just shook the camera and had the kids shake with it. So this is where the movie really starts to get scary for me, because the bus is now crippled, and you know you're just waiting to see who the creeper's going to take out.
And it's
Victor,
nighttime.
Yeah.
It got scary for me when I read the title.
We actually put a vibrator in this box on take 1 to see if we could shake Diane. And even though we knew we couldn't, she sang "Fly Me to the Moon" into it.
That's Diane right there.
And it was seamless. She didn't even think about it. She just broke right into
She
it.
never exactly. That lady is amazing.
There was
She
a
is.
bunch of crazy stuff in that box. We had fun in there.
Richard, the prop master, was an interesting guy.
Oh,
He's
so
a
much
great
fun.
guy.
Yeah, he was so awesome.
This is Betty Borman out on 226. We're broke
Don't
down.
know how we came up with that number for the bus, 226.
But even the little toys you gave us for the rap party have 226 on it.
Yeah.
That was a really
Toy buses.
gift.
The woman there is from Toby Hooper's Funhouse. She was one of the young girls who starred in Funhouse, that horror movie. We thought it was really funny. She'd end up as a mom in ours years later. That is a weird-looking couple in that car.
Yeah, bad attitude couple. They're in a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, they looked very unhappy, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was cool. It brought some real life to it.
And now we know a little bit more about Marianne and her relationship. Diane,
Oh no, it's another one.
I didn't know if Diane was going to. I didn't know what to expect from Diane, but she played her fear so beautifully, I thought, and elegantly. I was very impressed.
She was elegant through the whole movie, I gotta say. She's a first-class actress.
Now, do you think the audience gets that this is a Derry's tattoo, that it's made out of dairy?
I don't know.
Tom says
You
that
flashed
doesn't
back
he?
on me.
She says belly button, but I wonder if people understand that that's made out of dairy.
Well, since you
Yeah.
featured it before, people shouldn't be that stupid not to remember. And like 4 minutes later,
Any idiots out there who didn't get it?
So this is actually a stuntman about to be ratcheted into the air with a digital creeper coming down on top of him, but he's holding a real flare.
Yeah.
The scream was great.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now the movie gets interesting.
The next line here by Gary Kai gets one of the biggest laughs in the movie for some reason.
I know. I haven't figured out why.
I think it's because the audience knows what happened to him and they know that how ridiculous this statement is.
I guess so.
But to the audience, it's ridiculous. To these guys, it's like, what happened to him?
Coach?
Travis doing the what the. There's a what the in every one of my movies. Travis was the lucky guy to get stuck with it in this one.
Where the hell's the coach? Charlie?
This was shot out in Tejon Ranch on a private road that actually was like 30 miles long, and this was the long straight stretch of it that we sat on for about a month.
It was nice out there.
It was
though.
nice
It
to look
was
in both
beautiful.
directions.
So warm,
and
but
see
it was
nothing.
beautiful.
But at night it was freezing. We
Yeah.
had winter coats. During the day it was so hot.
And I remember one night we were shooting, and this deer came tripping across the road, and the assistant makeup girl goes, "Oh, look, a goat." And that's when you realize some people have really lived in L.A. for a
Yeah.
long time.
Goat.
Charlie?
I remember it's so easy to make everything scary when you get the whole cast out on the deserted road. It really is like 3 a.m.
It was.
Like everything's
And you
hidden
guys
and-
were
Dark.
so good at playing off each other, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
as the
it's-
group, it made
it's
everything
very
just
tense.
real freaky.
Made it much easier to play the
It
fear.
really did. It really did.
Billy on the radio here really helped set this little tone here, too, because
Because he panics.
that was the last take, Billy. Remember, you really pushed it on that one. It was exactly what we needed.
Billy, you are in straight panic, that's for sure. All of us,
Billy's
you are
playing
losing it.
Bucky's playing the audience. He's losing his shit, and the audience is losing their shit, and that's why I think they relate to Bucky so much, because he's not posing. He's just
Smack.
Bye-bye.
It's not pausing.
And actually, when we filmed that, nothing actually disappeared.
that's right.
So-
Huh? In fact, there was nothing
No,
out there, was there?
No, there was nothing out there, so...
All right, Josh.
there's my huge nose. God, it's big.
I don't think it's big.
Oh,
This
thank
next
you.
line of yours, I just absolutely love, dude. She flew away.
What happened? What'd you see? What'd you see?
Oh, wait. That's the next one. I do.
flew away.
I don't know how else you say that.
You said it. That's how you say it, Josh. That is exactly
That's how it's done.
It was great.
At this point, struggling. Now, this is actually the bus inside the airplane hangar.
Yeah.
People don't realize that we're not on the real road anymore.
Oh, I didn't realize.
That's right.
I know.
No, I thought we